All right, next question is on a past podcast, this is from Scott C. On a past podcast, you mentioned that Disney and Universal were both in negotiations to acquire the rights to Lord of the Rings for theme parks.
Oh, yes.
We recently read that Universal was close to closing a deal. Do you have an update on this?
Okay. Again, pieces continue to move around the board. Lord of the Rings was being fast-tracked for Universal until the Jurassic Park film that was on, then that was off, and now is back on, came on board. And it's one of these things where, I mean, Jackson has a history with Universal. They made King Kong together, so it's relatively easy for them to talk back and forth. But at the same time, Jackson wants a lot of money for Lord of the Rings.
The theme park rights.
Yeah, and that coupled with the fact that where they want to build this is Toon Lagoon, and it basically means,
really in Iowa. Okay.
Yeah, it means a Class 1 teardown. I mean, you just go to the ground because it's not like you can.
There's really nothing there worth saving. It's just,
the point, it's not like you could retrofit,
Blondies and do.
or that coupled with the fact that you can't take Dudley Do-Right and the water ride to Mordor. So it's a little daunting to, both the money he's asking and what they've got to do, and that coupled with the fact that you've got Sony Pictures Animation about to make a CG Popeye with Gennady Tartakovsky directing.
Oh, really?
It looks spectacular.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, it's an origin story, and Gennady's the guy to do it. And it's just the notion of, if we tear this down and that film hits, we had an asset we could have used. So it's.
Okay, you meant the irony there.
Yeah. So it's one of these situations where they know on the back of what they did with Potter. I mean, again, that's whenever you talk with these guys, they're just like, second breakfast. We can sell second breakfast.
Second breakfast is important.
And likewise, they can sell cloaks. They can sell daggers. I mean, it's the Potter model all over again.
Yeah. If you've seen Sky Mall, you've seen all the stuff that you can buy in
Lord of the
Rings
exactly.
Stuff, yeah.
But it's just at the same time, it's like, what ride would we do? And in fact, in a really, really, this could not get any more ironic. You got to remember that that when Animal Kingdom was supposed to be built, there was the Escape from the Dragon thing where you were supposed to go through ride inverted roller coaster through the castle where the dragon had hidden its hoard, and then Disney didn't build that, and Universal builds Dragon Challenge, or excuse me, the Dueling Dragons, and then that gets renamed and redone for the Harry Potter. And one of the things Universal is looking at is that Harry Potter is so ridiculously popular, and they have this Dueling Dragons thing that is taking up so much space that if they pulled down that coaster, they'd have acres to do additional Potter stuff.
That's huge.
Which again, we're talking about a place to put the dining hall and all that sort of stuff. So it's like, but people love a roller coaster with a dragon.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, Lord of the Rings. Or,
they could take half that queue out, though. I mean, that is the longest queue I've ever seen in the.
It is. It's a ridiculous queue, and more to the point, it's a giant building that backs up to the street, but you need something to put in that building.
Yeah.
And the notion of what if you were riding a roller coaster through the Gold Hoard that smog had built up. See, now you suddenly have, that's an attraction people go into the park to see, because, in fact, I don't know how many people have actually seen the trailer, the preview trailer that's out there for the second Hobbit film, but the dragon is amazing.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, you could easily build an attraction around this one CG character. So again, all I can say is there's a lot of moving parts here, and if Jurassic hits the way they want, Universal may concentrate there, wait for Jackson to finish the Lord of the Rings thing, and then when Peter comes down from his price a little, then they'll go.